Tree, right? Why can't I spell classical and then blues? Okay, because we want to start to form an idea about our data, right? So we're going to run this to see what are the averages, what are the standard deviations. So if we look at country, 3, 2, 5, 2, and 2. Blues, we had people could remember 5 words, 3 words, 5 words, and 2 words. So did I have as many participants? No. Okay, is that okay? Yes, because they're independent groups, you don't have to have the same sample sizes, okay? I would try to get them to be as close as possible, though. Just, it introduces doubt in people's minds when you have drastically different sample sizes. You know what I mean? And then the next one, blues, we have 9, 8, 9, 7, and 9, okay? So, remember, if you're running this on the computer, you're going to go up here to data, go all the way over here to the right and click data analysis. And the very first options are my ANOVA. So you have single factor, 2-factor with replication, 2-factor without replication. This is a single factor. This is one-way ANOVA. I'm only looking at one thing. Now I'm going to do, I'm going to click this labels and I am going to include them when I highlight. Okay. And then I'm going to let it just make a new worksheet. These a little bigger, and then let me zoom in for you all. Okay, so if you look at this, because I included my labels, it's nice because you can see which ones go with which. So that is a nice thing. Let me make it a little bigger. Can y'all see it better now? Okay, so here's variance. I need what? Standard deviation, right? That's how I look at it. So to get standard deviation, do you remember what I had to type in the formula? Equals square root. Yeah, squirt. SQRT. Parenthesis. That number, and then hit enter. Once you've done it, say it again. Drag it down. Yeah, the other group said squirt, and I was like, oh, if that helps you remember it, that's fine. It's fine. It helped them, so if it helps you, that's why I said it. Again, I just work here. Okay, so we're going to pull those numbers, right? I'm pulling those numbers. So here are my means. I like to highlight it, just helps my brain. And here are my standard deviations. I'm going to write those on my sheet. So the mean for country, 2.8. Standard deviation of 1.3. What's wrong? I'm sorry? 1.30. And then 3.75. 1.5. And then 8.4. 0.89. Also from this table, I'm going to pull the degrees of freedom, the mean squares within, the F statistic, and the p-value. Now you'll notice that p-value has an E, so we are going to have to write that in standard notation instead of scientific, okay? Actually, I was going to put it in the computer. Would you rather practice putting it in your calculator so you can get the 1-var stats and get the mean squares and everything? Why don't we do that actually? Why don't you? And I'll do an Excel and you can check your answers with mine, okay? So remember, put them in your list and then go to stat calc and then do one variable stats and change it from L1 to L2 to L3, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, thank you for asking. Alright, so once you've ran it in your calculator, you can confirm those values up here with mine, okay?